All right, guys, welcome back. So now switching gears a little bit, we're going to be talking about, well, the fact that it's the end of the year. A lot of kids are graduating high school and college and things like that, right? Well, there's this new study that came out that said that 85% of college graduates are moving back in with mom and dad. Where,
Wow.
they just spent 4 years on their own, living by themselves, paying their own bills, and now they're moving back in with mom and dad to save money.
So when you first said end of the year, I was a little confused there.
Well, the end of the school year. I'm
I was like, it's the end of the year,
It's the end of the school year.
Okay. So it's the end of the school year,
Right.
and 85% are
Doesn't that
moving
seem
back with
high?
mom and dad.
That seems high, right?
It seems really high, but I think the economy is a huge factor.
Definitely.
In that percentage.
Oh, absolutely. I can't tell you how many people I know personally who are living with their mom and dad now after, graduating from college and even spending a couple of years on their own. And then moving back in with mom and dad because the economy isn't, doing as well as it should be.
I mean, I think it's a great thing. I think it's good. They can save on a lot of expenses. A lot of these students that are graduating are full of student loans, and they're stuck with these student loans, and it's
Tell
a
me
tough
about it.
time right now. Yeah, it's a tough time right now. So they're stuck with these student loans, and they can't pay rent because it's so much money. They haven't found a job because the job market is horrible. So they're moving back with mom and dad, which is, it's the right thing to do.
I think so. I think it's very smart. I think it's very responsible. A lot of people, they're moving in not just to save on the rent and then taking the excess money and partying. A lot of the people that I've spoken to, they're taking that excess money and they're saving it. And they're hoping to buy a house in a couple of years or a condo or,
Exactly.
move on to bigger and better
That's why I
things.
think it's a smart thing to do, because if you're being smart about it and you're saving money, instead of paying rent in the future, you're putting that money away. Now you can put a deposit for a home in the future when the market goes, when it goes back up and it's more stable, then they can invest in a property versus wasting money on rent. So
Listen, ask Business 101.
So I think it's smart. There's also the other students that are actually just going back to school for their masters, just waiting around
Hoping
for
that
the
things will
job
turn around.
market to go back up. So they're like, well, I don't want to be not doing anything,
Right.
so let me go back to school and let me get my master's and wait out. They're just riding the surf,
Yeah, well, this could actually be kind of a big turn of events for us. It used to be years ago, you couldn't get a job unless you had your high school diploma. For, I guess, our grandparents maybe, you had to go to high school and get that diploma. And now for our generation, you can't get anywhere unless you go to college and you get that bachelor's degree.
Your bachelor's degree.
But now that so many people, are
bachelor's
going back
degree
for their
is nothing
masters,
now.
Bachelor's degree
No,
is nothing.
forget about it.
In a
Now you
couple
have
of
to have your
years,
master's.
You're going to have your master's in order to get anywhere.
Yeah.
Because the majority of people are going back to get it.
No, I see that. I see it. It's happening a lot.
Yeah.
And it's more common now. Now, if you were dating a 30-something-year-old and he's living with his parents now, I don't know if you'd be too happy about that.
I don't know. Well, maybe if he's, going through med school, or if he's going to get his master's degree and he, has high aspirations, and I maybe it's a case by case.
Because it's okay, but then when you think about it, and you're like, wait, do I want to date someone that's living with his mom and dad?
If it's, somebody who went to college and they got their degree in psychology because it was an easy degree, and, no offense to anybody who got a psychology degree, but I know some people who got it just because it was an easy degree to get. And now they're moving back in with mom and dad just to party. And
Well,
I'm
if
telling
it's to
you,
party, then that's wrong. But
if you're a 30-year-old or 30-something-year-old.
that's why you can see the other side of it. Well, what if you're dating someone that's like staying home with his parents and he doesn't have a job, and it's like, wait, how old are you? So there's that whole other.
Well, does he have
point of
money
view.
to buy me nice things?
I don't know. I have no idea. But, hopefully things are getting better. And I think things are getting better because we do have some new surveys that came out, I believe, about there's more jobs now. The students of 2011, the job market, supposedly it's going back up now.
Yeah, that's what I hear. And I also heard that, going back to the master's degree, that more students graduating with their master's degree are getting higher paid salaries than ever before in history out of college.
So maybe all that's about to change. So
Hopefully,
now maybe
fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed. So now maybe they won't have to move back in with mom and dad, because I think things are picking up with the job market. I think now these graduates from 2011, they're starting to find jobs, apply, and they're getting jobs. So I think things are starting to get better with this whole student thing and the economy, but it's so unstable at the same time that, you know, maybe it's going to be fine this year and then next year again.
And who knows? And things have changed so much. I know a few years ago, you go on a Craigslist, Career Builder.
Craigslist, everyone goes on Craigslist.
You go on Career Builder and Monster.com and you found tons of jobs all over the place.
Oh,
and you
all I
apply
get
and
is a bunch of junk mail from Career Builders.
I know, right?
Like every 5 seconds on my phone, Career Builders, Career Builders. I'm like, oh my goodness. All they
leave
send
me alone.
Yeah.
And when you unsubscribe, they just keep coming.
Oh, they do?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, so it's not even worth
Good
unsubscribing.
luck.
How do we find a job these days?
It's so funny because I haven't looked for a job in so long, and I know that sounds terrible. Last job I got was because I met somebody who owned a place, and we started talking, and he thought I would be a good fit for the company. But I'm hearing that Facebook is making like a huge. I know. Are you sick of hearing about Facebook?
Facebook.
But apparently, people are finding jobs through Facebook.
So social networking is probably what's taken up all the employment, that's where you find jobs now, I guess.
I guess so. I mean, it worked for Justin Bieber with YouTube, right?
Yeah, that's true. So now when you want to find a job, so you have Facebook. Let's get more into it. You have Facebook.
Okay.
How do you find a job? If I know all my friends, who's going to give me a job?
Well, I think there's a marketplace that has a jobs classified
I'm not too
section.
Facebook savvy.
Oh, I am.
Oh, okay, so break it down, Sandy.
Well, not that I have ever looked for a job there, but I'm pretty sure that there's a marketplace with classifieds, and you can look for furniture, and you can look for places for
so
rent
like
and
Craigslist
roommates.
on Facebook?
Kind of, yeah.
Interesting. I'm gonna go home tonight and research this on Facebook.
Isn't that strange?
Yeah, I thought you just post on your page, hey guys, I need a job. Does anyone know anyone that's hiring?
Well, it works too, I'm sure.
Probably within like 2 seconds, all these posts come up like, hey, I know someone that's hiring.
Oh my gosh, yeah. I don't know.
So it has a classified. So that's good to know. And social networking is definitely the way to go.
I guess so. Anyway, whether you want to use Facebook, Craigslist, Monster.com, or Twitter, take your pick. I don't know. Anyway, we'd love to sit and chat with you guys a little longer, but unfortunately we have to go. So you guys enjoy your evening and watch us again next week, where we're sure to bring up a lot more interesting topics for you.
Bye.